In the chaos of our daily lives, it's easy to feel like we're drowning in a sea of stress and uncertainty. Bills pile up, people disappoint us, the world feels louder every day. Yet, there's a way to find calm amidst the storm, a path to inner peace that has stood the test of time. Picture this. Despite everything that's thrown at you, work pressures, personal conflicts, unexpected challenges, you can stand firm, unshaken, and serene. This isn't just a dream. It's the essence of Stoicism, a philosophy not written for scholars sitting in marble halls, but for soldiers, workers, and parents, people who lived in the mess of life, just like you. Epictetus, once a slave, discovered that true freedom doesn't come from control over the world, but from mastery over oneself. And that's what we're diving into today. 10 rules from Epictetus that can make you unshakable. Simple, timeless, and brutally honest. Because calmness isn't something you wait for. It's something you build, thought by thought, moment by moment. Before we start, take a breath. Ask yourself, what would it feel like to be unshakable? If that question stirs something in you, then stay with me. You're about to learn what Epictetus taught those who sought peace not in escape, but in strength. Rule number 1. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. Epictetus began every lesson with this truth. Some things are within our control, and others are not. It sounds simple, almost too simple. But this is the foundation of an unshakable life. He used to tell his students, if you desire what depends on you, you will never be disappointed. Think about that. Most of our pain comes from trying to control the uncontrollable, people's opinions, outcomes, time, even the past. I remember an old friend of mine, a retired engineer, who used to obsess over his grown children's choices. Every call turned into advice, warnings, or worries. One day, his daughter said, "Dad, I don't need your control. I need your calm." That line broke him and saved him. He realized that love doesn't mean managing someone else's life. It means offering steady ground. That's when he started practicing what Epictetus taught, separating what's his to carry and what's not. So the next time you find yourself tightening your jaw over something you can't fix, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, it doesn't deserve your peace. It doesn't mean indifference. It means wisdom. Because serenity isn't passive. It's the courage to stop fighting storms that were never yours to calm. Rule number 2. Your mind is your kingdom. Epictetus owned nothing. He lived in poverty, limping from an old injury, yet he called himself free. Why? Because he ruled over the only territory no one could invade, his own mind. In his view, freedom isn't about having no master. It's about not being mastered by your own emotions. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Let's be honest. It's easier to build a house than to build a peaceful mind. But every reaction, every moment you resist the urge to lash out or sink into despair, you are strengthening your inner fortress. One of my clients once told me about losing his business after 30 years. He said, "They took everything." I asked, "Did they take your ability to think clearly?" He paused. "No." "Then they didn't take everything." That's the Stoic spirit. Recognizing that the mind is the last line of defense, the sanctuary that life cannot touch unless we open the gates. You don't control the world, but you control how you see the world. And that perspective determines everything. Your mood, your energy, your courage. The Stoics practiced this every morning. They didn't wait for peace, they trained for it. When you wake up tomorrow, before touching your phone, whisper to yourself, "Today, I'll guard my mind like sacred ground." Because if your thoughts are clear, the noise outside can't shake you. And in that stillness, you'll start to see that the strongest people aren't the ones who conquer the world, but the ones who conquer themselves. If this resonates with you, don't rush away. The next part dives into rule number 3 and number 4, where we'll uncover how Stoics turn pain into power and insults into wisdom. So stay close. And if you're finding value here, take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What's one thing you're learning to let go of right now? Your story might be the mirror someone else needs to find their calm. Rule number 3. Turn pain into power. Epictetus never sugarcoated life. He said plainly, "Do not wish for things to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will go on well." To him, pain wasn't punishment. It was practice. He'd often tell his students, "You are tested not to break, but to reveal what you're made of." I remember a man I once counseled, a former firefighter. After a tragic accident cost him the use of his leg, he spiraled into anger and self-pity. One day, while we sat quietly, he said, "I keep asking, why me?" I asked, "What if you asked, what now?" That small shift changed everything. He began mentoring young recruits, teaching them emotional resilience, safety, patience. His pain became purpose. His loss became leadership. That's what Stoicism does. It reclaims suffering from chaos and turns it into strength. The Stoics believed that pain is raw material. Just as fire strengthens steel, hardship strengthens the soul. You don't need to love pain, but you can respect what it builds in you. Next time you face a hard day, don't ask for the storm to pass. Ask to become the kind of person who stands in the rain and smiles. Every challenge is an invitation to grow quieter, stronger, wiser. That's how pain becomes power, not by erasing it, but by absorbing its lesson. Rule number 4. Choose response over reaction. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." That line alone has saved more hearts than any therapy manual ever could. Think about the last time someone's words ruined your day. It wasn't the sound of their voice, it was the meaning you gave it. You reacted before you understood. Stoicism teaches the art of the pause, the space between stimulus and response. In that space lies your freedom. I knew a woman who worked in hospice care. She told me, "When families lash out, I used to take it personally. Now I see it's grief speaking, not them." That shift turned her exhaustion into compassion. She didn't react, she responded. To be unshakable doesn't mean you never feel anger or sadness. It means you don't let those feelings drive the car. You sit with them, you breathe, you decide who's in control, your emotions or your reason. When someone insults you, Epictetus said, remember, that's their judgment, not your truth. If a stranger calls the sea dirty, the sea doesn't care. It keeps being vast and deep. So can you. Before you reply, before you post, before you let that heat rise, pause. Ask, is this reaction worthy of my peace? Most of the time, silence will serve you better than any defense. We've covered control, the mind, pain, and response. 4 pillars of inner calm. In the next part, we'll dive into rule number 5 and number 6, mastering desires and embracing discipline, the heart of what makes a Stoic truly free. If this message speaks to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. When life tests you, what helps you stay calm? Your reflections might help someone else find their footing in the storm. Rule number 5, master your desires before they master you. Epictetus warned, freedom is not achieved by satisfying desires, but by eliminating them. He wasn't preaching poverty. He was describing clarity. Desire is like fire. Small, it warms you. Unchecked, it burns down your house. We live in a world that teaches us to chase more success, more approval, more comfort. But the Stoic path is the opposite. It's subtraction. The fewer things you need to be happy, the freer you are. I once spoke with a retired executive who had everything money could buy, yet he told me, "I can't sleep. My mind races even when I'm lying in silk sheets." He had spent decades feeding every craving, yet peace stayed hungry. After reading Epictetus, he began small, fasting from unnecessary wants. No more checking his phone the first moment of the morning. No more buying to fill boredom. He told me, "At first it felt like loss, then it felt like breathing." That's the paradox. When you stop needing everything, you start enjoying anything. The Stoics taught that desire enslaves, but contentment liberates. And contentment doesn't mean settling. It means seeing clearly. Ask yourself tonight, what if I already have enough? Because maybe you do.
Rule number 6. Focus on character, not reputation. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do, Epictetus taught. He warned that too many people live their lives chasing appearances instead of substance. Reputation is who people think you are. Character is who you are when no one's watching. He told his students, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. That sounds harsh, but he meant it with love, because growth always looks awkward before it looks wise. I knew a woman once, a small-town teacher, who quietly funded scholarships for her poorest students. She never spoke about it, never posted about it. After her death, the school found a notebook filled with names and notes, paid tuition for Carlos, helped Maria with uniform. Her reputation was ordinary. Her character was extraordinary. That's the Stoic way, to live rooted in integrity, not applause. In a world obsessed with being seen, Stoicism teaches the power of being real. You don't need validation when your conscience is clean. You don't need to prove goodness when your actions already whisper it. Epictetus reminded us that reputation comes and goes like the wind. But character, it's the still mountain beneath the clouds. So each day, ask not, how do others see me? But, who am I becoming when no one is looking? Because, at the end of all noise, when the lights fade, it's not the crowd that defines you. It's your choices. And the soul that stands by them. In the next part, we'll dive into rule number 7 and number 8, the art of desire and detachment, and why freedom begins the moment you stop being ruled by what you crave. If this message resonates, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share below. What's one thing you've learned to accept that once felt unbearable? Your story might be the wisdom someone else is searching for tonight.
Rule number 7. Master desire before it masters you. Epictetus warned, freedom is not achieved by satisfying desires, but by eliminating them. It's a hard truth in an age built on craving comfort, craving approval, craving more. He saw desire as a wild horse, powerful when trained, destructive when left loose. And most people, he said, spend their lives being dragged instead of riding with direction. A man I once counseled in his 60s told me, I've spent my whole life chasing things I don't even remember wanting. He had the house, the car, the success, but inside, only noise. He said, I mistook excitement for meaning. Epictetus would nod, because the Stoics believed the mind finds peace not by having more, but by wanting less. They practiced voluntary discomfort, sleeping on hard floors, eating simple meals, reminding themselves, I can live with less and still be free. Not out of punishment, but preparation. Because when desire loosens its grip, you stop being ruled by circumstance. When you don't need more, the world can't bribe you with pleasure or threaten you with loss. So ask yourself, what would my life look like if I stopped chasing and started choosing? Every time you say no to unnecessary wants, you say yes to peace. And that quiet contentment, that's where strength lives. Rule number 8. Stay detached from outcomes, committed to effort. Epictetus taught that our duty is not to guarantee success, but to do our best with integrity. He used a powerful image, the archer. Your job is to aim carefully, string the bow, and release the arrow. After that, it's not up to you whether it hits the target. Wind, distance, chance, those belong to fate. Your only concern is, did I aim well? This rule changes everything. Because most of our suffering comes from confusing effort with outcome. We think, if I try hard enough, things must go my way. But life doesn't promise that. A close friend of mine once applied for his dream job after months of preparation. He gave it his all, research, practice, late nights. He didn't get it. But when I asked how he felt, he said, strangely calm. I realized my peace doesn't depend on their decision. It depends on mine. That's Stoic detachment in action. You do your duty with excellence and let go of the rest. Because when you measure success by control, you'll always lose. But when you measure it by effort, you can never fail. Epictetus believed this mindset turns every act into training for the soul. If you lose, you learn patience. If you win, you practice humility. Either way, you grow. So next time you face something uncertain, an interview, a diagnosis, a relationship, focus on what's yours. The bow, the aim, the release. Then let life handle the wind. In the next part, we'll explore rule number 9 and number 10, how to live with calm amid chaos, and why true freedom is inner discipline. If these lessons from Epictetus speak to you, like this video, subscribe for more Stoic reflections, and tell me in the comments, what's one desire you've let go of, and how did it change your peace? Your insight might just help someone loosen their own grip on what's hurting them. Rule 9. Keep calm in chaos. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Those words have carried generations through storms, both the outer ones and the ones inside their own minds. Chaos doesn't ask for permission. It arrives uninvited, through illness, betrayal, or sudden change. But what Stoicism teaches is startlingly simple. Calmness is not the absence of chaos, it's mastery within it. I once met an old firefighter who told me he never truly understood peace until he stood in smoke. Out there, he said, panic is a luxury. You act, you breathe, you stay present. That's Stoicism in motion, discipline under pressure. Epictetus believed our emotions are like waves. You can't stop them, but you can learn to surf them. Anger, fear, anxiety, they rise, crest, and fall. The trick is not to drown while they pass. When you feel life closing in, slow down. Ask yourself, is this in my control? If yes, act wisely. If no, release it. That single pause, that half second of awareness, is where calm is born. Over time, that pause becomes a habit. The world still shakes, but you no longer do. Because serenity isn't something you find, it's something you build. One response at a time. Rule number 10. True freedom is inner discipline. To Epictetus, freedom had nothing to do with possessions or status. He was once a slave, and yet he called himself freer than most emperors. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Think about that. You can have power, wealth, admiration, and still be chained by anger, desire, or fear. But when you master your impulses, you walk through life untouchable. I once knew a man who'd built a massive business empire, but couldn't go a day without checking his phone every few minutes. "I'm free," he used to say, until he realized his mind was the real prison. Self-discipline isn't punishment, it's liberation. When you no longer obey every emotion, you gain something priceless. Choice. Epictetus taught that the highest form of strength is calm self-command, the ability to stand firm in yourself no matter the storm outside. That's what it means to be unshakable, not emotionless, but anchored, not hard, but steady. And when you live that way, you stop reacting to life and start responding to it. You stop chasing control and start embodying peace. So, these are the 10 rules from Epictetus that make you unshakable. Not abstract ideas, but tools, tested by fire, meant for real people living real lives. If you take even one of these lessons and practice it daily, just one, you'll start to notice something. A stillness underneath the noise. A quiet confidence when things fall apart. Because the goal isn't to escape the storm, it's to become the calm inside it. If this message resonates with you, give this video a like. It helps more people discover Stoic wisdom. Subscribe if you'd like to walk this path with me, and share in the comments which of Epictetus's 10 rules spoke to you most deeply and why. Your reflection might become the light someone else needs tonight.